It's the first time I met Swami in 1976. So almost 50 years passed. For the past 50 years, not a single day passed without his remembrance. So in such a way he has affected, his presence has affected me, and it has made a deep impact in my life. When I first met him in 1976, August 27th, I was in terrible distress in the life. I have no money. My business have been failed, and I was not happy with my wife and with the relatives, and the whole world. It was against me. That what I was thinking at that time. So one friend asked me, "You come and see Swami." I thought if I obeyed him, he would give me some money. So I said, "Yes, you can take me to Swami." So we all came to Swami, and I met him first in the Teradi Mandapam. The car, there is a small structure there. There Swami was sitting, and these friends introduced me. He is Parthasarathy. Earlier, Swami has listened all my story, past stories regarding how I tortured my wife, how I met with a huge loss in the business, how I was struggling for money. Everything, they told everything to Swami, and Swami was well prepared. And when he saw me first, he caught hold of my hand and began to exclaimed, "Oh, how it happened? How it happened? My father has sent you here. He's so happy to see you. He's so happy. Oh, Father, he's to thank you. How it happened? Father has come." So I was just wondering how this old man was getting this much happiness on seeing me. Because I am in totally distress. I'm having totally distressed life. I have several problems to get solved, and this man is just enjoying about on seeing my presence. And gradually he began to talk to me so jovially, and I started talking about my problems, about my financial problems, about my psychological problems, about everything. I was so open. And then he said, "My wife is suffering, so you make her happy, and my father will help you." I said, "Swami, I have given word to some other girl that I would marry her. If suppose I break that promise, would it not be a sin?" Then Swami said, "Put that sin on this beggar's head." I said, "This time it's okay, Swami. If suppose I commit the same mistake again, on whose head I should put the sin?" He said, "Oh, oh." Then he stopped talking that day. Then the talk diverted to Buddha and his life. Swami was so ecstasy in talking about Buddha and his life and his preachings. But I said, I don't like Buddha Swami because he didn't shoulder his responsibilities. He shrugged his responsibilities and he has run away from the family, leaving behind a beautiful wife and a small kid and his kingdom. He has not done any justification to his people. So I don't like Buddha Swami. Then Swami asked me, "Do you know Buddha's wife's name?" "Yes, I know." I said, and he again asked, "Do you know the son of Buddha's name?" I said, "Yes." Then he asked, "Buddha lived some 2000 years back. And how could you remember his name, his wife's name, his son's name? Because Buddha is in your blood. Buddha is in your being. Buddha's teaching, do you know, lakhs and lakhs together, millions of people have been transformed by the teachings of Buddha. Buddha is part of our life. So don't talk ill of Buddha and his teachings. I was kept quiet. I couldn't refuse his statement. I couldn't argue at all. Then again, the topic came to my own problems, personal problems. And again, when I said something about my problems, he would just say, "Oh, make Radhika happy. Then my father will help you." Actually, I wanted to convince him to help other friends, some rich friends to help me by lending me some money. But Swami, he was totally against it. He again and again said, if you make Radhika happy, then alone my father will help you. Till that time, my father will not help you. Then I became tired. Then he asked me to stay that night, and we stayed in a hotel. And the next day we came again, and again the talk continued. That day was Vinayaka Chaturthi, yeah, Ganesh Jayanti day. So that time, a lot of Kodakattai, the favorite dish of Vinayaka, a lot of things have come to Swami, and Swami shared it with us all. And again he asked me to make Radha happy. And then he gave me a photo, Swamiji's photo, and asked me to take to my home. And I took it to my home, and I reached my home. From that day, I couldn't see that girl which on whom I have committed to get married. I couldn't see her. And the things which I wanted to present her, all the things, the correspondence between me and her, everything disappeared. How it disappeared, I don't know. Then within some time, in the people who from whom I got the money, they have made a police complaint and they have arrested me and they put me in the jail. I was in the prison for some time. For 18 days, I was in the prison. Then I got a bail and directly I came to Swami. And I asked Swami, Swami, these things, everything that all happened to my life is all due to your black magic, isn't that, Swami? Swami said, he got angry. He said, yes, this beggar is the only reason for all the happenings in the whole world. Why world? Or in the whole cosmos. This beggar is the only reason. Without his wish, without his will, nothing could happen in this world. Then that language is totally new to me. So I was astonished. I was terrified on seeing his angry and seeing his words. I was terrified. Then I don't know where to go. I was homeless. I was having nothing in my hand. And he asked one friend to take me to Chennai. And we both went to Chennai. And that friend left me there on the road and he went back to his home. And I was roaming in the Chennai streets. And what should I was begging? Then after some time, I came to Tiruvannamalai. I frequently visited Tiruvannamalai because Swami was the only person who was showering his love, care, concern for my being. The rest of the people, the relatives, the so-called relatives, all the friends, everybody on seeing me, they would run away. They would run away. Swami is the only person who would get immense happiness on seeing me. And whenever I go to him, he would give me money, he would give me the food, he would give me the shelter, he would give me everything, everything. Even the cigarettes, he would offer me cigarettes. Oh God, it was such a wonderful relationship have been developed between me and Swami. Gradually, Swami imbibed the divine knowledge, by asking me to go through Swami Ramtirtha, J. Krishnamurti, and Papa Ramdas, their works. First, he suggested me to go through Krishnamurti's notebook. Then he asked me to go through Papa's in Quest of God. Then again he asked me to go through in the Vision of God, its continuance. And then again he asked me to go through several spiritual books. And when I go through that books, oh God, I got wonderful experiences. all my personal sorrows have disappeared. It didn't give me much impact on my being. I was floating in some other world, even though I don't have anything to eat, I don't have any money in my pocket to go somewhere, but still I was in happiness. I was in different state of mind. At the time, I was facing some criminal cases in the court. Everything was there, but still I was happy. I was happy in the presence of Swami. Swami, whenever I went to Swami, he would ask me to sing some songs. I used to write songs on Swami, and I sing before Swami. Swami would he would feel immense happy on hearing my songs. He would ask me go on singing, 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 and the whole day, one day I was singing one particular song. It will become very popular among the devotees of the Swami. And he asked me the meaning of the song in English. I told him the meaning. Such was several experiences gradually. He commenced his work in 1976 and very patiently he worked on me, gradually, step by step. He worked on me till he felt that I was totally transformed. Then he asked my wife to come with me. Then my wife came with me and I got a job and we lived in Bangalore for some days. And then he arranged some other arrangements in Savagas in other place to earn my bread, livelihood. And I was there so with much happiness. Some friends we met together and we used to come to Swami every month. And we will stay with the Swami for a week, 10 days, or for 3 days. And whenever he come, Swami would come with us, either to Sabhagati Satram, or he would allow us to stay with him in the Sanskrit house. And we were enjoying, enjoying, enjoying. All the time we were talking about God, we were laughing, we will talk about the life and its problems, about everything, about the transformation, about the saints' lives, saints' teachings. And he never complains about our attitudes. He never make any complaints. It was such a wonderful days. One day, what happened? One friend exclaimed with the Swami, how deeply Parthasarathy is loving you. It's a very rare thing to say, see, such a devotion. We are able to see Parthasarathy have such immense love on you, Swami. Swami immediately said, what love he has? If he cannot love Radhika, his wife, how could he love this beggar? That was a terrible moment for me. I felt ashamed. And then from then onwards, I started loving my wife. I started stop hating her because loving is possible only for the gods and the saintly people, but not hating anyone. It is within our reach, within the martyrs, within the human beings. So I stopped hating her. After that, the life is going on. It has become a wonderful life, a family life, a business life. Everything improved, and the relationship between me and Swami also improved. And in a way, it has not been separated. It cannot be separated. Parsa, this life, almost one with Swami. Whatever Swami says, Parsa, he would listen and he would do only that thing. Swami gave several works to me, and I did it sincerely, and Swami was so happy. And I participated in the formation of the ashram initially. That also Swami said to work for the ashram, and we worked. And one fine day he asked me, "No," he said, "your time is over. You can see your work. Now the ashram will be, the work will be seen by some other guys. So you need not worry about that." Then it's till now, 50 years passed. 50 years. Now my age is 78. Most of my life is passed with Swami, and without Swami's remembrance, not even a single hour passed. Every hour, every day passed in his remembrance, in his events. I used to write about Swami, I used to read about Swami, I used to think about Swami, and Swami has become my life. Not only my life, my wife's life. And as per his suggestion, we came here and we are living here for the past 25 years in Tiruvannamalai. We left everything and we left our properties, our business, and we distributed it among our relatives. And we came here and we are living here so happily. And we are not alone here. Swami is always with us so that we can feel it. Swamiji's friends are coming here. They are giving immense happiness to me by talking about Swami. Oh God, we are really blessed. We are really privileged. We are having a wonderful life. Thanks to Swami. Yeah. During those period, I was in great pain and struggle. Even though I got married, I loved another girl. And that girl also deserted me and she went and married some other guy and she went away. And I had severe financial crisis. And I don't know in which path I have to travel further in my life. I lost all my hope. Everything has lost. Finally, Swami was there. So on whom I depended a lot. But the Swami didn't, it seemed, they didn't help me financially. So finally, I took a decision to commit suicide. Okay. At the time I was in Chennai, I brought some 2 bottles of poison and I brought it to Tiruvannamalai. Finally, I wanted to see Swami. So we went to that Mandapam. There, one of his assistant, Perumal Swami, he was there. I inquired him about Swamiji's whereabouts. He said, one T.P. Meenakshi Sundaranar, Vice Chancellor of Madurai University, he has come and Swami has gone to his room to meet him. I also went there and I got the room number and I went to the room and I knocked the door. Swami himself opened the door and on seeing me, he felt immense happy. He was so happy and he said, come, 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 Parthasarathy. And he made me sit beside him. One side, Dr. TPM, he was a great Tamil scholar. He was a great disciple of Mahesh Yogi. He was sitting on one side and Swami put me in the next side, just beside with him. I was sitting and there were the whole family of Dr. T.P. Meenakshi was there. And one of the members of the family, she was singing and one girl was dancing, making some Bharatanatyam. And Swami was enjoying it. On seeing these things, I got terrible angry. I was having such a immense pain and Swami is enjoying this dance and songs, even though I do have the interest in music. But on that particular time, I couldn't tolerate all those things. I couldn't tolerate anybody enjoying any events because I am in distress. I am in such a great pain. How can others enjoy it? So I was a bit angry. I was sitting there. Swami asked me whether you took something, whether you have eaten something. I didn't answer because from the morning I didn't eat anything. So he asked one of the ladies there to bring some eatables for Parthasarathy. I said, no, Swami, I'm not in a mood to take anything. I'm not feeling well. All right, you sit here for some time with this beggar. No, Swami, I want to go. I stand up and he requested me, you please stay with this beggar for some more time. I refused. No, Swami, I want to go. I'm not feeling well. I want to take a rest. All right, you go. I went to the lodge and consumed the poison after writing a detailed letter to Swami. I consumed the poison, but before taking the poison, I was in terrible, oh God, fear. Oh, if suppose I took the poison, what will happen? I will die. I don't know how the death will be. So I was in terrible pain and terrible fear. Somehow I managed to drink the poison. In a few moments, I felt unconscious. And in the morning, in the room was facing the east side. The morning sun's rays, it just fall on my face and it woke me up. And I was wondering whether I have died or not. I just lighted a cigarette and it was, the smoke is coming. So it seems that I am still alive. Oh God, I got terribly angry. This old man neither allows me to live nor allows me to die. So I should ask him, I should ask him, I should scold him. Why are you doing these things with me? So in great anger, I go to the Punni tree just behind the railway station, where Swami usually sit there. So I was rushing towards him. On a corner, Swami was sitting there. From there, he could see me running towards him. And from here, I could see Swami was sitting there. On seeing me, Swami was standing up and he was running towards me. And I am also advancing towards him. On reaching Swami, Swami violently took away, catch up my hand and show the top of the hill. Go to the top of the hill and jump from there. Let me see whether you die or not. You don't know you are under the protection of this beggar. Oh God, that moment I died. That very moment I died. How could this man know? Because nobody knew about my attempting suicide. But this man knows. So he's not an ordinary man. He knows everything. So from that day, I became a obedient dog of Swami. Whatever he says, I would say yes. Yes, Swami, I will do. I will do. I will do. And that's how he saved my life, you know. That's how he saved my life. Whenever I come to Swami, he would make me to stay with him for the whole day and night. So I was staying with Swami for more than 15 days. At that time, every night I should go to Swami and I should go on remembering Swamiji's name, chanting Swamiji's name, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar. Throughout the night, he would allow me to get into the house around 10 o'clock in the night. And till the morning 4 o'clock, I have to chant Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar. So in that way, a week passed. And after that, one day, one fine day, I was chanting. The time should be night 1 or 2 o'clock. I was so tired. I wanted to lay down and sleep. But somehow, Swami didn't wake, didn't ask me to sleep. So I was going on chanting Swamiji's name because there is no other way. So I was chanting and chanting and chanting. Suddenly, I am able to see a movement in Swami. Swami, suddenly he got up and sit and he was looking at me, he was staring at me. And he got up and just sit before me. Then I stopped chanting. He said, repeat what I say. I said, yes. He said, syllable by syllable. Yogi Ramsuratkumar. I repeated, Yogi Ramsuratkumar. Yogi Ramsuratkumar. Yogi Ramsuratkumar. Yogi Ramsuratkumar. Yogi Ramsuratkumar. After 3 times, he put my hand on my head and remained there like for a few minutes and lost all my consciousness, you know. I was, I just have gone somewhere. I lost myself. Then he lay down and again he gestured me to chant again. And this body was chanting Swamiji's name. And after a few minutes, he asked me, "You go to the lodge now, take rest." And I went to the lodge and lay down, but I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. I couldn't drink. I couldn't even smoke because I couldn't feel myself at all. Then that evening, Swami asked, I came to Swami. Swami asked, "How did you feel?" I said, "No, Swami, I couldn't feel anything at all." "Did you eat anything?" I said, "No." Then he peeled off a banana and feed me bit by bit. He feed me. And I took banana, 2, 3 bananas I took. After that, that trance, the state of trance, it remained with me for more than 10 days. I was just floating on the world. I was floating. Nothing affected me. No sound I am able to hear. Only the name of Swami, it was ringing in my ears. And the mind, in the consciousness, it was everything is filled with the Swamiji's name. And Parthasarathy has gone somewhere. He is lost, totally lost. After 10 days, gradually, I became myself. I became myself. Then one day Swami asked, "You just be alone for 3 days in any remote places." And I started live the any one of the remote jungle area, forest area for 3 days and totally alone. And once I was staying in the Gohinamachuvaya and I stayed there for 3 days. There also I got a different sort of experience. I couldn't feel myself. And from there I get down. After spending 3, 4 days, I came down and saw Swami. Swami asked, "Where do you come from?" "I come from Kaushnamachivaya." He asked, "How did you feel there?" "I couldn't feel anything there, Swami." Then said, "Parsali, Father has given some work, so let us do that work. Regarding your spiritual growth, Father will take care of it. You need not to worry about your spiritual growth." From that day, I stopped no, it's a wrong word. It has been stopped, all my efforts to attain God. No, because then Swami disappeared and I have to return his biography. I have to return his gospel. I have to go through several things, regarding Swamiji's and the Swamiji's works. And till now I am doing that work. And that's it. That's Swami became sick in the year of 1998, end of the 1998. People found him, he was not well. In 1999, he was diagnosed cancer he has been affected by cancer. In 2000, he was struggling a lot, but he refused to take any medications. He didn't want to take any treatment at all. People were just asking him, "Swami, we shall go to Madras and we shall take some treatment." Swami refused. He said, "My father knows how to treat this beggar. So the beggar doesn't need any treatment." And then one day he felt unconscious and the people took Swami to the hospital in Chennai. And there he got operated. Swami said, "Obliged to whatever they wanted. You can do whatever you want." They did some operations, chemotherapy, radiotherapy, everything they have done. Then finally, after 3 months, they have discharged him. He came to Tiruvannamalai and living in Tiruvannamalai ashram. There, he was cured, of course, from the disease cancer, but all other his vital organs failed. His kidneys failed, his heart enlarged, his lungs fluided, and his liver, it has been enlarged and is not functioning properly. All the vital organs, gradually it is going down. So he was, people were saying, people around him were saying he is in coma. And one fine day, they were able to hear something Swami was repeating, and they listened to the words. He was repeating my name, Parthasarathy, Parthasarathy, Parthasarathy. For the whole 2 days, he was repeating my name. Then finally they asked, Swami, do you want to see Parthasarathy? Do you mean to say that Savagasi Parthasarathy you are meaning to, that Parthasarathy you are mentioning? You want to see him? Ama, yes, he said. So he was not in coma. He is fully alert. He was fully alert. And he said yes. Then immediately they called me. I was at the time sitting in my office. They called me over phone and they said, for the past 2 days, Swami was remembering you. Is it possible for to come over to Tiruvannamalai immediately? I said yes. So within 5 hours, I drove in my car. I reached Tiruvannamalai and finally I met Swami. Swami was laying in a bed. I was standing just nearby his legs, and some two ladies were loudly telling Swami, Parthasarathy has come, Swami, Parthasarathy has come, Swami. Swami hesitantly opened his eyes and he saw me. And when he saw me, oh God, he said such a divine smile, you know. He smiled such a beautiful smile. And he called me near him. I went near him and he asked for my hand and I gave my hand. He put my hand and he pressed it just gently, so gently, with all the love, and said, thank you, Parsali, for coming here. Oh God. That was the last words he uttered. After that, he didn't utter a single word to anyone. Those were the last words. It happened in January 16th. In February 20th, he passed away. That after 16th of January till 20th, he didn't talk to anyone. He was lying in the bed, gradually sinking, 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 sinking. And finally, 20th, February 20th, night 3 o'clock, he passed away. He left his body. And I was there for another 2 days. And till his body was interned in the Samadhi. And after putting me in Samadhi, I left the place and I came to my place. And before that, Swami asked me, when he was giving the darshan after he returned back from the hospital, Pastor, you come and live in Tiruvannamalai. I said, yes, Swami. So after his passing away, I was thinking and thinking and thinking because Tiruvannamalai is, we are coming to Tiruvannamalai since 1976, but still it is a new place for us. So I was thinking and my wife, we were thinking, and then finally we decided to move to Tiruvannamalai, leaving behind all my properties, all my shares in the business, everything, and distributed to our friends and to our relatives. And finally we came to here, Tiruvannamalai, and we took house for rent nearby the big temple. And we moved again some 10 years back, 12 years back to this place. And we are living in Tiruvannamalai, so happiness, with a wonderful, with the devotees, with the remembrance of Swami, we are living so happily. And we are nearing our 80. And still we are happy and we don't have any fear because Swami is always with us, you know. So we don't have any fear and Swami is looking after us. We are happily living, happily living. Um, Swami met with several sadhus, you know. A Buddhist monk, he's from US, actually he belongs to Burma. His name is Salopaya. He has a vast followers throughout the world. Was a Buddhist monk. He came to India to see Swami. And Swami and that Buddhist monk both were meeting. The Buddhist monk was nearly 90. So Swami made him to sit in a chair. And his disciples were the interpreters because he doesn't know English. Swami doesn't know Burmese. So there was an interpreter. He was a doctor from Pondicherry. That Buddhist monk suddenly asked Swami, what sort of meditation you are teaching to your students? Swami was shocked. Swami said immediately, no, here there is no meditation. Here this beggar enjoys time with his friends. Here we are talking together, eating together, smoking together. That's all we are doing here. No meditation, nothing like that. Here we are remembering my father, that's all. We are remembering my father and we are remembering his names and eating, talking, smoking. That's all we are doing here. No meditations. Excuse this beggar. This beggar is not like that. That Buddhist monk, he was shocked. And finally he said, oh, he's a golden man. He's beyond all those rituals. It's very rare to see such a gold man. Saying that, he went away. That's one of the sadhus he saw me met. With one more sadhu, a man bring a sadhu from the mountain. That man, a very old man, he was a devotee of Swami since a long time. He said, complaining on that sadhu, Swami, for the past 3 days, the sadhu was starving. I offered him several things, but he refused to take anything, Swami. I offered banana, I offered tea, I offered some food. He just refused, Swami. I am so worrying about him. If he is going on starving like that, one day he will die. So that's why I have brought him here. So Swami took the sadhu on his hand and he asked him to sit beside him. He sat beside Swami. And Swami asked that sadhu, would you take banana? He said yes. Then Swami asked me to, I was that person there. He asked me to bring that bunch of banana which was near him. I brought that banana and put it before Swami. He took one banana and peeled it off and bit by bit he feed it to that sadhu and the sadhu swallowed. The whole bunch of banana that sadhu swallowed. That man who brought that sadhu to Swami, he got very angry. For the past 3 days, I was begging you to eat something. You have said no. You have changed or you have moved your face in other direction. But here, how are you taking from this Swami's hand? For that sadhu said, it's just love. Is that the single word in Tamil? Anbu. That means love. He could feel the love from Swami, but he couldn't feel that love from that devotee. And out of that love, he took all the banana. Finally, Swami told him, Swamiji, you can stay here, stay on the hill for some more days. He said, yes, Swami. Then he went away. Because several sadhus met Swami and got the directions. And some sadhus would come to see him, to measure him, whether he is a whole or not. A sadhu from Rishikesh, he came to Swami. And some 2 friends brought him to Swami. And he was looking at Swami. Swami folded his hands and expressed his pranams to that sadhu. But the sadhu didn't reciprocate. He was just all the time looking at Swami. Swami was, when you look at Swami face to face, Swami would not show his eyes. He would just move his head like this. And when you are looking somewhere else, then he would look at you. But that sadhu, he was all the time looking at Swami. And Swami was first for a few minutes, he was moving his head here and there. And finally, he stopped moving his head and he started staring towards that Swami. He opened his eyes so that's the first time I'm able to see Swami's eyes are so that big. He opened his full eyes. Oh, and he was staring at that Swami, at that sadhu. And we were sitting just nearby sadhu. All our eyes are become very, very irritated due to the heat, the immense heat which has been produced by the sight of the Swami. But that sadhu was able to manage to uh, look at Swami for some minutes. But after that, his eyes also got irritation. Then he lowered her head. Then Swami said, "Thank you, Swami, you have come along from Himalayas to bless this beggar. Thank you, Swami." Swami said like that. On hearing that, that sadhu began to weep and he got up and prostrated before the Swami and saluted Swami. "Sorry, Swami, I have come here to message you, but I am sorry. You are the whole. You are everything. You are God." He said like that. And he went away. There are several saints like that, several sadhus. They came to Swami. And for that sadhu also Swami asked him, "You stayed in the hill for a few days." Like several sadhus. And there are several beautiful incidents also happened. Once a parents brought a baby with a 3 years old baby. They said to Swami, "Swami, for the past 3 years, my baby didn't utter a single sound. The baby didn't produce any sound at all. All the time he was, Mom." So we are worrying. We have shown it to several doctors, but doctors say everything is okay. But we don't know what is the reason for the baby's total silence. We don't know. So finally we are here, Swami. We have come here. They put the baby on the feet of Swami. Swami took the baby and put him on his lap. Put the baby on his lap. And then he called me and he asked me to take the baby in my lap. So I took the baby and I sat in my place and I put the baby on my lap. And that baby, I was looking at the baby and baby was looking at me. And it was very strange on seeing my bird and mustache. She was just doing something like in my bird. And I was just laughing. And that baby also laughed. And gradually she produced a sound. And I reciprocate that sound, the same sound I reciprocate. Again she produced some other sound. And I produced some other sound. In that way, we were talking, but in which language, what was the conversation, nobody knows. He produced a sound, I produced a sound. She again reciprocated, and again I replied. That was going on for more than an hour. Whole hours we both were talking, there was deadly silent, and we were not at all aware of our surroundings. Me and that baby, that's all. Suddenly, I could hear a laughing of Swami. Swami was laughing, 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 so lovely. And said to the mother, "You tell lie to this beggar." So far, for more than an hour, the child was talking. You have told a lie to this beggar. Oh, that mother was weeping, weeping, crying, and took forcefully from me the child and put it on Swamiji's feet and got the blessing of Swami. And she went so happy. How the baby talked. It was a miracle. So it was such a wonderful miracle. How it would happen. Till now, oh God, that incident, it was inspiring several people. Several people. Likewise, several things happened. Swami always tries to remove the obstacles on the way of the sadhaka, of the aspirants. And once they feel that they are free from the obstacles, they will move on the path. Swami would like to spend time with the sadhakas. Likewise, Swami would like to spend time with the people who are in great distress, great sufferings. He would try to remove their sufferings. He would listen to their problems, pains, very patiently, very patiently. And he would not give them any suggestions, but they will get the clarity and they will know how to live, how to sail further. So that's it's wonderful ways, His ways are so wonderful. He met all sort of the people. He met all sort of the aspirants. He met all sort of the saints and but such a polite master you cannot see anywhere in the world. Such a great masters they come in once in a centuries, once in many centuries you can see such a master. In the discase of a burger, in the discase of a burger, oh God, one should have a great, might have done a great penance to listen about him, to talk about him, to see him. Otherwise, it's not possible to listen to him, to have such a wonderful presence of Swami. People might have done some penance. Otherwise, they wouldn't get the opportunity to listen about Swami, listen his name. Such a way Swami lived. He lived for the people. He lived for his father and he died for his father. He taught how to live the life and he taught people how to die also. So that his life is whole. He is immortal. He is immortal. His body has gone, but he is still there within you, me, within everyone. We are all one with Swami. We are all one with Swami, whether we are conscious about it or not. But the fact is, we are all one with Swami. Swami never abuses people because he says, my Father alone exists everywhere. My Father alone is there. Nobody else, nothing else. So when he sees Father everywhere, how can he advise Father? But here and there, he would suggest something. Somebody complained about me to Swami. Swami, this man, this boy, always smoking a lot of cigarettes. Swami. And I had advised several times Swami, it is injurious to health, so ask. But he didn't listen to him, Swami. Suppose you tell him, he may stop smoking, Swami. Swami, on hearing that, he murmured with a friend, yeah, I could tell him, but if suppose he asked me to stop smoking, then what will this brother do? Oh, Swami, he will ask the same thing, Swami. He is such a man, Swami. Then Swami said, my father wants his brother to smoke, so he wants to smoke. Saying this, he offered me a cigarette and he lighted the cigarette for me. So the cigarettes, these all induces the remembrance of Swami. Whenever you happen to see a cigarette, whenever you feel the smoke of the cigarette, you remember Swami. Likewise, Swami used to take a lot of garlic and onion. It's, whether it's good for health or not, that I don't know. But whenever I see a onion, whenever I see a garlic, I naturally remember Swami. Likewise, in all the things which is existing on the earth, Swami has talked about all the things. So whenever you talk, whenever you see something, you will remember Swami automatically. So naturally. You see, you have come from Australia and you have been introduced to me through some friends, a friend from Spain. That Spain friend introduced one more friend in Chennai. That friend called me and you are here. So how we are connected, you see? Is it not a miracle? You do have the interest on Swami, I do have the interest on Swami, and we are all willing to talk about Swami, to listen about Swami. So, is it not a miracle to in our meeting? The meeting itself is a miracle. He was from Australia, such a far away Melbourne, and Spain, where it is Spain, but he belongs to Britain, and his friend lives in Chennai, and we are all together. The linking factor is Swami. So whatever happens, happens by the will of Swami. So nothing is wrong in this world, he used to say. Everything is perfectly all right. So the perfection is the, whether I don't know whether my English is perfect or not, I don't know. But the thing is happening is perfect, totally perfect. Everything is perfect. What else we should say? Everything is in perfect order. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your patience to listen to me.
Thank you for being so generous with your time.
My generosity. What is that in generosity? In talking about Swami is a sort of bliss. Listening something about Swami is a bliss. And whatever the things connecting Swami is a bliss. Everything is a bliss because everything has come from Father, come from Swami. So there is nothing but bliss in this world. Even the so-called sorrows, it leads you to the bliss. So the sorrows are also bliss. So everything in bliss. Let us celebrate. Let us rejoice the presence of Swami. You can feel the presence of Swami here, right now. For me, you are sitting, not here. Christ is sitting. Swami is sitting. Swami is everyone, is all pervading. He is the cause for everything that is happening in this world. So everything happens by His will. Let us rejoice. Let us celebrate. So thank you, Chris. Thank you. Thank you so much.